Can you see the difference though? I mean, it still is giving. Hey you guys, it's Amber. Welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about concealers and highlight. Very important piece to putting your whole makeup look together, but you want to do it in a very subtle, natural, simplistic way, but also be thriving in your makeup game, okay? While you beat and slay that face. But let's go ahead and get into it today. Grab up your products and do this technique with me, or watch and redo this back. Have fun with your makeup, don't be intimidated by it, and wear your makeup with a lot of confidence. Girl, you are beautiful and I love you. All right, but let's go ahead and get into it. Oh my gosh, if you're new and you've never hit the subscribe button to my channel, I don't know what you're doing. Hit the subscribe button as we are growing and thriving over here. Yeah, and I just love you. So anyways, let's get into today's video. Like, comment, do all the things, you know what's up. And yeah, let's do this. Okay, come on. Grab up your two concealers. You want one concealer that matches your skin complexion, and you want one that is 2 shades lighter than your skin complexion. So go ahead and grab that up right now. And what you're going to want to do is you want to correct any blemishes on your face that you want more coverage in, or things that may just really bother you. So we want to just even out the skin tone. So I have just a little spots randomly, like I have a few right around the hairline just from scarring, and I have one right here that really bothers me. And to be honest, I think this shade is a little bit lighter than I wanted, so I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna go back in with my other shade. So my skin changes a lot depending on the season, so I actually have 2 different shades that match my skin tone depending on if it's winter, fall, summer, spring, you know, that my skin has been more exposed to sun, or that I've done a self tanner and my face is darker. So you really do want to have multiple shades depending on what's going on with your skin. Definitely around the nose tends to get a little bit red, so I even that out, and just a little bit around the mouth line as well. And then other than that, that's really where I put my one, unless I just have a breakout because menstrual cycle or whatever's happening. And then we want to go in with the one that's like 2 shades lighter. I will tell you the shade that I did just use that matches my skin tone right now with the self tanner that I have on, and it is 6.5 in from Kylie Cosmetics. And then the one that's 2 shades lighter than my skin complexion is 3.5 in from Kylie Cosmetics. You want to take your concealer in areas that you want to accentuate and brighten, the one that's lighter than your skin tone. So taking it right underneath the eye and just creating like in that little hollow spot, just go ahead and fill it in, and you can blend it up into the hollow area. So we're just going to sweep it kind of right here where it's hollow. Take it here on the outer part of your shadow. Normally some women love to do a full beat on their shadow, and they're like, yes, and then they conceal after to do a little cleanup. It depends on your preference. Today I just want to teach you where the placement needs to go. So right here, because we're going to blend and marry these together up into the temple. Once you have that in place, you probably still have plenty of product on the applicator. Now we're going to take it right down the bridge of the nose into the 11s. It's called the 11s because you get a little annoyed and you're like, what? And then you have 2 lines. So pull it up into your 11, and we want to highlight there. It's looking like we're about to go to, you know, a war. Tribal here. Now you want to go ahead and take a little bit more. You can dip it into your product. You don't need to totally redip. You can kind of get what's on the outskirts. And then you want to take a little bit here on your chin, kind of take your mouth and just go a funny face. And you can see where it dents in. That's where your contour will end up being naturally, or you can place contour there. But right here on that little spot, there you go, right there. Then now that that's in place, we're going to do a little bit around the mouth line just to brighten that up. And then we're going to place a little bit here. I like to take 2 to 3 lines and blend those together. Now that that's in position, in place, I actually already did some underneath the brow, so I'm not going to add more. I did that earlier, but you can put a little dot there and blend that in together. So now that that is in place, now we're going to work on blending out this concealer. My contour has actually already been done for my face. If you want to see a contour video, go check that out. That is also on the playlist. But contouring 101, very important, quick little tutorial. But now we're going to work on blending this out. You want to have two things available. I have a concealer brush. This is the Morphe brush. I don't think, oh, there is a number S102, ooh, which is so funny. I just had like a L02 earlier. Anyways, an S102 angled concealer brush is what this says. I love this brush. And then I actually have a Morphe beauty blender. No rhyme or reason. I just got it and I love it and I've just been using it. So we're going to go ahead and blend this out. If you want a little bit more dry down time, you can actually let your concealer sit for a little bit before blending. Depends on the consistency and the formula of the concealer that you are using. This one's more of a very creamy base. It doesn't actually need a ton of dry down time, but when I do give it dry down, it helps, but it doesn't like become stiff. Some concealers become very stiff and you cannot move them. So if you have one like that, don't know what brand you have, but if you do and you run into that problem with it drying down a little bit, just pay attention to how long you allowed it to dry down, or you can go back in with something to mist your skin with and it'll rehydrate that concealer and allow it to move. A couple of the products of choice that you could grab up that I have that I really like, this is the Rose Intense Hydration Mist from Fresh. Super amazing. I love it. And I've actually had this a long time. I have half of the bottle. I use this when I have makeup on and also whenever I don't have makeup on. And then I have the Dalba. So you can get this, shake it together. This is a face serum spray, like a skincare serum spray. I love it. So you can use this too. Both of these, you know, you can grab the Fresh one at, I believe that's only at Sephora, the Fresh, but I'm pretty sure the Fresh has an Amazon storefront, so you can check that out there. But Dalva's definitely on Amazon. It's more of a Korean skincare line. Okay, but let's go ahead and blend this all together and, you know, see what we're working with. Get it really good in that hollow part of the eye, and you can see already how much brighter that is. And then carry what's left on that brush all the way up. Yeah, big difference. Right here under the cheekbone to the jaw, I do add a little bit more pressure here because I really want to make sure it stays only where I want it. And you can also kind of go back and forth with it just to make sure it's smooth and you're getting that precision. You can see now where everything's placed, but you can tell, whoa, we need a blend, and that's where the blender is going to come in just a few minutes. Just repeat everything from this side to this side. You can see the one that matched my skin complexion. I have not blended that yet. I'm going to wait until the lighter ones are blended through, and then I'll go back, I'll wipe out my brush and I'll blend those in. Face is a little bit more rounded right now just because of like weight or whatever, but my face is more narrow. So you do want to really make sure that you are working with your face shape. So if you want to cut into your mouth with that contour so you can see, I mean with that highlight, with the concealer, so you can tell I'm going right into my mouth. Otherwise, if my face is very like, just narrow, I don't want to thin it out anymore because it's already very elongated. So I would not cut in as much. I would just kind of keep it up as high as I can here and just make sure that really allows that cheekbone to pop. I flip this brush around because it's a little bit heavy-handed the other way. So it's a little bit easier to control right through here when I take it down the bridge of the nose. Now I wipe this out. Go back in with the one that's your skin complexion. Work around the areas that you wanted a little bit more coverage. You don't necessarily want to highlight that. You just want it to blend into your skin tone. See how that just blended into my skin tone? Huge difference on lifting around the eye. Now go back in with your blender and we're going to go all around the edges. You want to have a more of a blur effect, melt the products into one another, and that's what the blender allows to do. Look at already the softness. Make sure you did wash your blender. It is easier to move with it's easier to move with when it has been washed and it's not stiff. So it definitely has a lot of movement because it's a cleaner, hydrated. I kind of work now with the tip of this product and I'm the tip of the sponge and go right along the edge of that concealer, and it just allows, again, the softness. Everything is in position and in place. Now you're at the place where you can set everything with your powder. You can go in with your blush, finish off your whole entire look. I'm obsessed with knowing, like, oh my gosh, like I feel together. I feel like I have some shape to my face. Makes me really happy. But I'm just gonna go in and set with you just because I know that you also wanna be doing the same thing. So I do have the Huda Beauty powder right here. This is like the mini, and oh my gosh, I've gotten so much out of it. Cherry Blossom Cake. Y'all know I'm a mini girly. And then I just take it into like a brush that has a lot of movement. Tap it in here, get it loose. I love to take it on the back of the hand to warm up the powder into the brush so it's not as harsh on my face. And I take it and I just take it over top of that concealer, because nothing's worse than using product and then you did not get like the full result that you should deserve because you did not set it. Now, you'll find in a lot of my makeup videos that I just go right in with powder, but I know what I'm doing when I do that. So I promise you, the more practice that you get, the more control that you'll have, the more confidence you'll have with using product in certain ways for your face, because you're like, I've done that, I did this and this worked, and I'm going to do it again. And so just make sure that you really practice with your makeup. Practice makes confidence. It doesn't make perfect, but it definitely builds a lot of confidence. So now that we have that concealer on, now we actually want to go through and we want to glisten. So we're going to go through with more of like a soft blendable shadow brush, and we're going to use our our highlight. I'm mixing all the words, y'all, because they play a part of everything. Contour, highlighter, concealer, all the things. But we're going to highlight. So you can use a liquid highlighter or you can use more of like a baked pressed highlight. Honestly, it is a preference, but today I want to use more of the pressed because it's my favorite. But I do love a liquid and I think a liquid's fine. So what I'm going to do, because it's a video so you can see the difference, I'm going to do liquid on one side and powder on the other. You know, I got to give it to you, girly. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use the brush first. So I'm going to take it, this is the Rare Beauty, ooh, and I love their highlight so much. So you want to take it right where the sun naturally kisses your face. Less is more. So when you take it in, you can see if you do too much, you do too much. Now don't do too much, okay? So just highlight that tip of that cheekbone just to give a little. You can definitely see there's none there, but there's definitely some here. Wowzers. You saw that go in. I'm going to wipe that out. And just because this brush is very flexible, now you can move it, but you want to get it right on that high cheekbone. Now we're going to take a little bit on the top of the brow, just a natural, just glisten here. Your highlight really is just to accentuate what the sun naturally does for your face, and just a little bit and blend that through. So cute and natural. Then we're going to take a little bit right in the inner corner of the eye. Oof, so cute. Tip of the lip. Now we're going to take a little bit on the tip of the nose. Not too much. And we're going to carry it up. Just a natural, soft movement here. And if you feel like you did too much, okay, I think I did too much. Where's my brush for that? Then you can kind of go back in with a brush that you have a tiny bit of your contour with, and just kind of like get the edges smooth. That's it, just smooth those out. We have the e.l.f. wand here. This is in Champagne, and this is the Halo Glow Beauty Wand Highlighter. So we're just gonna take a little bit of this that's already on the tip. I mean, you guys, there's already a lot out here, but we can squeeze some more out. So just a squeeze. I don't want to use the actual applicator. It gets too heavy. So I put it on the back of my hand, and we're going to warm it up with your finger. And then you're just going to place it on the high points of your cheekbone. And then it warms into your skin, and it just looks so good. Again, you can go right in with this applicator on your face. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying be careful. So just pat it in, and it just really warms right into your complexion and just looks really good. Now, it's not as glistening as the Rare, but it's giving. And then a little bit up here above that brow, but right. Get your smallest finger in there, you guys, because that is hard to work with. I've got these dinosaur nails on. Shout out to Glamnetics. I'm obsessed with their nails. The glue doesn't affect my nails. I know this is like squirrel, but the glue does not irritate my nails, and I really get 2 weeks out of the nails. Now, if you like clean for a living and you're like dangerously outside doing stuff like in the garden every day, like I cannot guarantee you're gonna get 2 weeks, girl, but you can really get a long time out of them. Yeah, anyways, they're really good. I love them. And then they just like pop right off when you're ready to do it. If you want a nail tutorial, I do have a few on my channel, but maybe we need a new one. Okay, so I will tell you, this is not as glistening as this one is. Definitely different products, different price ranges as well, but really, really good method to follow. Can you see the difference though? I mean, it still is giving, but it's definitely different, especially the inner corner. Like, whoa, you can really see a difference. Give this highlight technique a try. This is definitely how you want to use your concealer, how you want to highlight to really brighten and bring life back to your skin in a very subtle, natural, very elegant way. So I really hope that this helped you. Do this next time and tag me online. I want to see it. So if you're on Instagram, tag me, because I love seeing your makeup results. But share this with a bestie too if you think this can help her out. If you're brand new to my channel and you've never subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel as we are growing and thriving over here. That really helps the channel so much and allows me to know what you loved. But like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. All right, I look forward to seeing you in another video, but try this out, and yes, you can finish off the rest of your makeup. But thank you for being here. Love you, beauty.